Yuki from Tokyo, Japan, and I'm living in Amsterdam because I'm studying here for 2 years to get my master's. I'm studying urban studies. I'm focused on transportation planning, and I'm here especially because of cycling. I'm a big cyclist, and I also love cooking. And today I'm gonna show you how to make a very simple matcha green tea cake, especially for students who are quite busy and who are not very rich to have all sorts of decorations and fancy ingredients. So this matcha green tea, I don't really know how they make it, but basically just green tea powder. And people in Japan drink green tea anytime. It's like tea in England kind of. So it can be in the morning, lunch, dinner, and also if you go to a restaurant in Japan, you can also get tea for free. It's like water. So let's put the oven at 180. There. I'm gonna melt the butter and also heat the milk together. And the milk. So also just cut the butter into small pieces so that you don't have to wait. So while waiting for the butter to melt, I'm gonna crack 3 eggs. The butter is ready. Just wait till it gets a little bit cooler so that it doesn't cook the egg. Whisk the eggs. And also I'll add the sugar. For this cake, well, I don't like to make it too sweet, but matcha green tea is quite bitter, so you might want to add some extra sugar. I'm gonna mix this flour and baking powder and matcha in the bowl. I'll just mix for now. I think it's gonna be greener than you imagine. So sometimes I just add too much because the flour looks too white, but if you add too much green tea, then it's gonna be really bitter in the end. Now I'm gonna put the butter and milk in this bowl. Now add the flour in here. The kind of texture I like. It's quite smooth and not too dry, not too liquid. So now it's time to put some butter on the side and the bottom of this baking plate or baking container. Do this by hand. I think it's just easier. So now it's ready to be baked in the oven. For me, it's really difficult to say what my favorite food is, because I love food in general. I'm from Japan, and there's a lot of different kind of food. I mean, Japanese food is now registered as world cultural heritage. There's so many things that I like. I really like not just Japanese food, but I love basically any kind of food. I'm happy to try whatever it is. If it's insect, for example. I like the kind of Mediterranean food with garlic, olive oil, onion, tomatoes, and I always use those ingredients. And so my favorite food might be something like tomato sauce. At least that's what I like to make. I started cooking when I was small, not properly, just helping my mom. She's a brilliant chef, and just standing next to her and just helping, and also seeing what she's doing, and also tasting what she's making. And then I moved to Kyoto. That's where I was studying in Japan, and when I was 18, so I had to take care of myself, and that's when I started cooking kind of properly. I mean, I like cycling, so that's also one of the reasons why I came to Amsterdam. Just last weekend, actually, when I went to Germany, I was cycling in the middle of the night, very cold, windy. It was fun though. This tester, yeah, looks pretty nice. My childhood living in Japan, that definitely influenced my interest in trains. I mean, Japan is a country of trains, and there are so many people who are so crazy about trains, taking photos. A lot of Japanese trains are made for, well, fun kind of. They design some seats just for sightseeing, so you can sit right behind the train driver and you can have the whole view. And it's really something I liked as a child. Even just normal commuter trains also have that. So if you go to the front of the train, you can see, you feel like a train driver. And yeah, maybe that's why I like transportation. I started cycling at some point in my life. I don't even know when. And I just like the feeling of having the freedom, and you can also when I'm traveling, I usually travel by bike, and you can just stop anywhere. You don't have to look for parking, and also it's very cheap. It's a great value for students. And yeah, what I like about cycling is you can smell things, especially when I was cycling in the countryside. In summer, I was smelling the wheat, very slight smell of nice smell of wheat or barley or some kind of grain, and it was coming on the wind from the sea, and it was very pleasant, and I was the only one around there. And so if you're driving, you don't smell it, you don't feel the wind, and everything goes by too fast. I'm not planning to go back to Japan, but to find a job in somewhere in Europe. I'm not sure where, but I want to do something with transportation or maybe cooking. Yeah, combining cycling and cooking somehow, but I don't know how that works. That's a challenge. But I think I still like trains. If they're not too late. I have a lot of bad experiences with European trains. I mean, I know I can't compare any train with Japanese trains. I think they're quite on time. So, I mean, they apologize for sometimes 1-2 minutes delay. The Shinkansen, the bullet train, the very fast ones, they're really on time, and it's difficult to live in Europe and take trains and wait for an extra 5-10 minutes. That's too much for me. So that's why I like cycling. Take it out, and this is green tea cake, but I mean, cake is not part of Japanese tradition, so it's a mixture of cake culture and Japanese culture. But I think it's really nice. It looks green, and also you can add Earl Grey, you can add other kind of tea, maybe even some fruits inside. Make your own recipe and yeah, have fun.